there's this projected shortage of labor, sort of top to bottom in insurance companies. And I wonder, how is that affecting you and how is that creating opportunity for you? And on the, is it having an effect side of things? Are you finding sufficient, talent for ML, AI, automation out there?
Well, this is a great topic in general because, again, I think that there's a good population of data scientists out there. Mm-hmm. The challenge is are there a good population of data scientists that know about insurance and understand the process of insurance and essentially the math behind the underwriting and the actuarial science that props it up? And so the challenge becomes, okay, I've got these data scientists that I go ahead and I bring into the company. I've got to educate them on insurance, but at the same time, I want them working, nose to the grindstone, figuring out some of my problems mathematically to determine, hey, is there a product here, or is there a profitability opportunity, or can I go ahead and bring something to market that my customers are really interested in? And the challenge there becomes, in each one of these companies, there's been, I will say, some companies have embraced it whole hog, and, they've got hundreds of data scientists within their organization. Other companies got two. Okay. and the challenge then becomes, and this is where, I think opportunities of things like, ChatGPT and some of these other capabilities that can help code, right? You get into this area of low code, no code space where someone who doesn't necessarily have to be a data scientist or a coder, but they can go ahead and they can do preliminary hypothesis testing around data that they're familiar with. So you go ahead and you take a claims professional who's been with the company for 20 plus years. They've been collecting all this data for all this time. And now they've got a question, hey, I think I'm seeing a trend, or, hey, I think there's an opportunity around, age of roof in a certain zip code or a certain, county area. And so they go ahead and they can start to, use some of the low code, no code capability. And again, there are some companies that have really specialized in that space, so like a H2O or a Data Robot. Those folks out there, they really have done a really good job around the GUI interface and being able to create an environment for someone who's not a programmer to be able to access data and to start asking questions. Here's where I think the opportunity is, though, in the insurance space, where maybe if you don't have a large investment in your data scientists, or you don't have data scientists who are very insurance savvy, is that you've got a underwriter or you've got a claims professional who can utilize these low code, no code environments, come up with some hypothesis, ring it out a little bit to say, hey, I think there's a there there. Now you go ahead and you turn it over to your data scientist and you have them put the appropriate rigor behind the, hey, did I have biased data? Hey, am I really focused on, the right type of coding to make this a robust model that incorporates all the data elements that I needed into it? And then also get to the point where you can operationalize it, because that's really the last 5 yards is, even if you've got a claims professional who comes up with a great idea and can program it all, they can't put it into a environment where it's going to be robust enough where maybe a external organization can bounce up against it with a question. It's got to be put through an ML ops ringer so that, again, you've got good controls around it. The IT organization is fully bought into it. You've got the privacy, you've got the security associated with it. All that has to happen. And so, again, I see this low code, no code environment opportunity of utilizing insurance professionals to really start to ask the questions themselves. And then as they come up with, oh, there is a there, they can turn it over to the appropriate and it gets prioritized and put through the ringer. So I really see an opportunity there. And again, I think that this opportunity for your insurance professionals to become more statistically savvy as they're asking these questions, to see that there's lift associated with what they're bringing together, it really becomes more of a opportunity to make sure that the appropriate work is getting to your high value data scientists or your low volume data scientists, and be able to wring it out.